Do you ever lie in bed at 2 a.m., staring at the ceiling, replaying a conversation that happened 3 days ago? The room is quiet, the world is asleep, but your mind is loud. It's showing you a movie on an endless loop. You dissect every tone, every pause, and every awkward silence. You ask yourself, why did I say that? Did I sound stupid? Why did I use that word? You might even convince yourself that the other person hates you now because of that one slightly weird joke or that moment you stumbled over your words. It feels like a heavy fog that just won't lift. You feel like you're the only one carrying this emotional backpack while everyone else sleeps soundly. It's exhausting, isn't it? You might wish you could just turn off your brain and be normal. But here is the truth that most people miss. You aren't crazy and you aren't broken. In fact, your brain is doing something extraordinary. Today, we're diving into the psychology behind why you obsess over old conversations and why it might actually be your hidden superpower. Psychologists have found that people who ruminate on past interactions often possess highly active social brains and a deep, innate capacity for emotional processing. This isn't just anxiety or insecurity. It's often a sign that your brain is wired to prioritize connection, harmony, and safety above all else. Your mind is essentially running high-level software that most people haven't installed yet. In this video, you'll discover key insights that prove your overthinking isn't a flaw, it's a rare strength, and how to turn it into your greatest asset. Let's start by looking at how you actually experience the world. You might notice that you don't just hear words, you hear the music behind them. While others are listening to respond, you are listening to understand. You catch the micro-expression that flashes across a face for a split second, the tiny furrow of the brow, the downward turn of the lips, or the slight shift in tone that says, "I'm not actually fine." You obsess over the conversation later because your brain is trying to decode these hidden signals. It's asking, did they feel safe? Did they feel heard? This means you are actually operating with a level of empathy that most people lack. Far from being a flaw, this is why people feel deeply understood by you. You connect on a level that surface-level communicators can only dream of. You are an emotional X-ray machine. This ability often comes with a heightened sense of awareness that psychologists call hypervigilance. After a chat, you might scan the memory for clues like a detective investigating a mystery. You think, did I talk too much? Did I laugh too loud? Did I offend them? Your brain is constantly scanning for threats or rejection. While it feels like anxiety, it's actually your nervous system trying to protect you from social exclusion, something our ancestors relied on for survival. This gives you a massive edge because you are incredibly observant. You read the room instantly. Imagine if you're at a party and the vibe shifts slightly. You notice it before anyone else. This ability helps you navigate complex social dynamics with a wisdom that keeps you and others safe. You see the tripwires before anyone else steps on them. Another major reason you replay these moments is that you are likely a deep processor. Your brain doesn't just take information in and spit it out. It churns it. You need time to digest what was said, what you felt, and what it all means. This is why the conversation comes back to you later, sometimes hours or days later. Your brain is still working on it. It's like a slow cooker stew that needs time to let the flavors blend. This means you aren't superficial. You derive meaning and learning from your interactions. While others forget a conversation 10 minutes later because it was just background noise to them, you are extracting lessons and refining your worldview. This gives you a massive advantage in personal growth. You don't just live through moments, you absorb them. You become wiser every single day because you are actually processing your life, not just rushing through it. You also likely have a strong peacemaker drive. You often replay things because you are terrified of conflict. You worry that a slight misunderstanding could lead to a fight or the end of a relationship. I shouldn't have been so blunt, you think. This usually comes from a place of valuing harmony above all else. You overthink because you care deeply about the relationship. You want to ensure that you didn't accidentally cause pain. This means you are a natural mediator. You are the person who brings people together. Your anxiety about messing up is actually a reflection of how much you value connection. This gives you the strength to maintain long-lasting, loyal bonds because you are willing to do the internal work to keep the peace. You are the glue in your relationships. Let's talk about your relationship with yourself. When you replay that conversation, you are often critiquing yourself. Was I too loud? Was I too quiet? Did I interrupt? This is called high self-monitoring, and while it can be tiring, it is a hallmark of high emotional intelligence. It means you are in tune with yourself, you know your triggers and your blind spots. This gives you an incredible edge, because while other people walk around making the same social mistakes over and over, oblivious to the impact they have, you are constantly self-correcting and evolving. You are your own best coach, always refining your game. You are the captain of your own ship, constantly adjusting the sails to go smoother and faster. Finally, consider that when you replay a scenario, you are essentially running a simulation. You think, next time I should say this instead. You practice different outcomes in your head. It's not just rumination, it's rehearsal. Your brain is a virtual reality machine preparing you for the future. This means you are adaptable and quick on your feet. The next time a similar situation arises, you will be ready. You will have the perfect words because you've already practiced them in your mind. Far from being a flaw, this is why you handle high-stakes situations so well. You turn your past mistakes into future victories. You are always prepared. So, if you relate to obsessing over old conversations, remember, these aren't signs that you're socially awkward or too much. They are signs of incredible inner strength, deep empathy, and unique wiring. Your brain works overtime because it cares deeply about connection, understanding, and growth. You are not broken. You are thoughtful, observant, and emotionally rich. Instead of fighting the replay, try to thank your brain for trying to learn, and then gently guide it back to the present moment. Understanding this is the first step to embracing who you are. Which of these insights hit home for you the most? Was it the empathy, the hypervigilance, or the simulation aspect? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear your perspective. If this video helped you feel seen, consider joining as a member to support more deep psychology dives like this. Your support means the world. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Watch next. If you have few friends, you might have this hidden superpower.